do it a couple of times a day. They travel 5 days a week. The guy's making $400. They find, again, they pack their little lunches once in a while. It's fucking amazing.
But they also got Connecticut. They got all these places around New York now that you don't need, and I love Las Vegas. I got nothing against Las Vegas. But again, a degenerate gambler in this economy, bitches, it's tough out there for a pimp. I don't need to go to Vegas to play cards at the blackjack convention when I could go to Bethlehem, get comped. I'm an hour from my house. If I pick up a chick and I want to stab her, what happened?
Hey, listen, I was up in Long Island, man. They're comical up in Long Island. You've done comedy up there a few times. But I have a little office up. We moved from Colmac to Bayshore. My boy lives in Port Jefferson. So they got all of these fucking Italians coming in playing high-end cards. It was I wish I was filming it, Coco. It was the most hysterical thing I've seen. These guys were having pots of $30,000-$40,000. I was tripping out. I went to bed at 12 o'clock. I woke up for work. They were still at it at 9 o'clock. They stayed in the place till like 12 or 1 o'clock. But just the atmosphere was funny. You ever watch some of those Long Island guys, Coco? When they're playing cards, cursing and making fun of each other? So, yeah, it was kind of comical, but you don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to go far, or you can bet online right now, especially in New Jersey, Nevada. You can bet legally online. And there's 90% of us out there that are betting illegally online.
Isn't there a casino in New York City in, like, Queens?
Yonkers.
Yeah,
it's a good one. You got the racetrack there, it's a nice setting. It was one of the first casinos that offered full service. They started off with slot machines only, Lee, and then they instituted blackjack, roulette, and poker. But Yonkers, I believe, was the first. Allegedly, Monmouth Park is going to offer sports betting, and they're going to ignore the federal ban. So let's see what happens here in the next couple of weeks. Let's see if the feds, it's kind of like the pot thing, It's illegal federally, but in the states it varies. So same with Mammoth Park. They're just saying, fuck it. We're going to stick our chest out and see what happens. I wonder if the feds will come in and confiscate the machines or whatever. I don't know. So that should happen in 2 weeks, they're saying.
My mother's number one addiction was the ponies. And that was her last hope, was Yonkers, because that was nighttime. They were late night. Like, when she called me at midnight, I knew she was coming back from fucking Yonkers. Yonkers is the last planet unknown.
The last stop.
That fucking track looked like death at night. I used to be scared when she was telling me she was going to Yonkers, because it was every degenerate gambler in the tri-state area. This is their last hope, to wake up with money in their pocket. Sometimes, and they go to Yonkers. And they redid the track. I hope they fucking redid that thing.
Oh, it's nice.
And they did some urban authorization there, because that shit was a fucking jungle up there. That was this. And you know what, man? You have to, that's the other thing now. These casinos look great. They look great for the eye, and they get a steak in there. You get a good cheap steak in there for these fucking people, and they feel like they ate at fucking the Palms Hotel. And they're ready to go. I don't blame them. Atlantic City, I'll tell you, I've been to Atlantic City. I could put it on my hand. And it's been like an okay experience all 5 times. Let
me tell you something. The food's not good no more. Remember they used to feed you for free? Even in Vegas, the food was next to nothing. Vegas still offers a lot of great food, but you're paying for it. In the 80s, we ate like kings. It's expensive. We got Bethlehem, without traffic, it's literally 8 minutes from my house. The Bethlehem, the Sands. They got emeralds in there. The food's okay, but it's fucking expensive. You figure you can't eat cheap in these places no more. So, gambling's huge, man. It's everywhere. I just don't see why they don't let us bet on the sports, because everybody wants to do it. Everybody's doing it. People are getting in trouble because they have to. I think here's my opinion: if you regulate it, make people post money that they can afford to lose, rather than betting with bookies on credit and stuff like that. I think it's just good. It's just smart. But let's see what happens. And football again, officially next Thursday. College football starts up. some teams to look for. Let me throw out a little advice, Lee. You can look at some of these future bets. Okay, let me get to
my... you okay over there? You fucked up?
Yeah, I'm fucked up, but I'm listening.
It's not a bad candy.
You ready? Yeah, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I said, now, these odds have been changing. A lot of guys are going to be playing the favorites like Seattle and Patriots and Denver. You know, you got Seattle 9-2 and Denver like 7-1. Patriots, I'm looking at some value here. You know, long shots to an extent, but good teams like the Saints. If you put some money on the Saints, you can get them at 20-1. They have a good chance of winning the Super Bowl this year. So I'm liking the Saints at 20-1. And in AFC, the Colts bring a lot of value at 25-1. So if you put a little bit of money on these teams, maybe $10, $20, and then you see that they're not cutting it towards the end of the year, you can always hedge your bet. But some good value on the Saints, Colts, and in college football, a lot of people are high on Oklahoma Sooners this year. You know, they started off at 15-1. Now they're at 10-1. So they're high on them. Of course, your Florida State, Bama, Auburn, the favorites. But Georgia, some people like Georgia at 13-1 in Oregon. My personal bet is South Carolina. I think South Carolina and Spurrier, long shot at 23-1, but there's definitely some good value out there, Lee. Anybody have any thoughts?
Well, it's not NFL, but before LeBron James went to the Cavaliers, like how many people are going to make millions if they win? Because weren't they like 60-1 before LeBron James came? Now they're like the favorites. So like that always I always feel stupid because when that first came out, it was like the Cavaliers were like 60-1 odds, and now they're like 5-1. So if they win, some people are going to make millions.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you got in early before the move, yeah, that was fucking great. But, you know, you got to foresee the future there. But honestly, I was surprised that he went back there. But, you know, good for him. You know, they hated him a few years ago. Now they love him again. That's the world. You know, what have you done for me lately? You know, but again, anything can happen. I just take this year, and I've been doing this now. This is my 21st season, like doing radio and television with this shit. And it's every year it's something different, you know. Always something happens. Somebody gets hurt, fucks up the team. So I always tell everybody, and I'm honest with everybody, but just put some money aside that you can afford to lose. Have some fun with this. Expect some ups and downs, but, you know, you can make money at this. But the key here, Lee, you have to have money.